Namaste. Namaste. It's a little bit overcast outside, but it's still beautiful. And I wanted to teach you Sun Salutations today. It's a way to celebrate the energy of the new day. It's also a way to bring in the feeling of light. So we're going to practice a little bit differently today. We're going to begin standing. I'm going to ask you just to come to the middle of your mat with your feet about hips distance apart. And just for a moment, be really aware that you're pressing the soles of your feet into the ground. Then bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your abdomen. You can close your eyes, gently tuck the chin a little bit, and take this time to check in with your body, with your mind, and with your heart. And let's start to breathe a little bit deeper together and invite a little more light into each of these three areas: the mind, the body, the heart. As you inhale, fill the belly and the chest with breath and a renewed sense of energy and strength. As you exhale, release that air slowly and feel your abdominal muscles draw in just a little bit. Two more like that. Great big inhalation, filling the body with breath and light. Exhaling, releasing what no longer serves you. And just one more. Great big breath in. Think about what it is you'd like to call in today. And let's take this exhale through the mouth. Releasing any tension, especially any tension on the face. I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see what I'm doing for half sun salutation. My feet are hips distance apart. Again, I'm really aware that the soles of my feet are pressing into the earth. Bring my hands to Namaste. Inhale, take the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands onto the mat. If your hands don't reach, it's okay. You can take them to that outer shin area. Inhale, come up halfway. Lengthen your spine and feel the crown of your head reaching forward and your tailbone reaching back. On the exhalation, fold in again. Rise with the inhale. Fill the body with breath. You can add a little back bend here if it feels good. Exhale, hands to the heart. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, great big circle of light and energy around you as you carry your hands to the earth. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Rise with the inhale. There's that big circle. Little back bend if you wish. Exhale, hands to the heart space. And just one more time. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. So you're just following the rhythm of the breath, breathing in to rise, and breathing out to return. So that's called half sun salutation, and the reason is because we're working with the upper body and the legs are stable. Now we move into full sun salutation, where we move the legs as well. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up to your fingertips, so it begins in the same way. But now we step back to plank, top of a push-up. Hold your plank, don't hold your breath. You're just here for another moment. Chaturanga, you lower slowly, elbows straight back. You can drop your knees if you need. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Feel your heels pressing down. Feel your palms pressing down. And feel your tailbone lifting up and back. One more big breath. And as lightly as you can, bring your feet to meet your hands. Feet can be together or hips width if that feels better on your low back. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold in. Come all the way up. Circle the arms. Little back bend. Hands to the heart. We'll repeat this 2 more times. This is called Surya Namaskar, Sun Salutation, inviting in the energy of sunshine, radiance, light, and warmth. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to the earth. Inhale to your fingertips. Exhale, step back to plank. So we stay here for the inhalation, and then on the exhalation, elbows go straight back. Cobra, or if you prefer, upward facing dog with the thighs off of the floor. You can even gaze up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips to the sky. We're here for 3 slow, steady breaths. At the end of your 3rd exhale, rise to your tiptoes, bend your knees, and again, as lightly as you can, carry your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and fold. Come all the way up, little back bend, hands to the heart. We'll practice this 1 more time, and I'm going to teach you how to do the jump back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, fingertips. Please pause here. Now typically when we step back to plank, but you have the option of jumping back to chaturanga, which is that position that looks like the lower part of a push-up, but with the elbows pointed back instead of out. So check it out. I inhale here, I exhale, I bend my elbows and shoot my legs. Inhale, heart to the sky. Exhale, downward facing dog. So you can see there's many different variations, and it's all about finding what's both comfortable to you, but also what wakes up the body a little bit. Look forward, bend your knees as lightly as you can, feet to the top. Inhale, exhale, come all the way up, circle the arms, hands to the heart. 3 deep breaths as you find your center. 1 more. Good. And now let's move into tree pose. I'll leave it up to you which side you'd like to begin with, but press 1 foot into the earth and bring the other foot to the inner thigh of the standing leg. Let's bring the hands to the heart. Find a focal point, somewhere you can allow your gaze to land, and open the arms. You might even look up. 2 more deep breaths. Be really aware that your foot is pressing down. Bring it back and release. So there are certain things that we don't notice throughout the day, like we don't think about usually. I'm inhaling now, I'm exhaling now, unless we're in the practice of yoga. Change sides, please. And the same is true with the awareness of the feet. We don't really think, oh, my foot's touching the ground every time we take a step. But if you send your awareness to the sole of the foot, you'll start to feel it. You'll feel how all 4 corners are pressing into the earth. 1 more big breath. And release. We'll do it 1 more time each side. So if you wear jewelry, if you wear a ring or something like that, again, we walk around, I don't think, oh, I have a ring on. But if I bring my awareness there, if someone says, how does that ring feel on your finger? Then, oh, all of a sudden, I can start to be really mindful and focus on that. That's what I'd like to invite you to do with your feet here. And the reason for this is because we want to root to rise. As you create a strong foundation, woo, through the foot and the leg, you can lift a little higher. Breathe. And release. Switch sides. So a lot of different things affect our balance. How much sleep we've had, if we're properly hydrated, even our emotional state. One side's always easier than the other. Notice if this is the side that's easier for you or not. Woo. And breathe. This is the side that I always have to be a little bit more mindful. So I'm going to put my focus into my foot so I can lift taller. And then release. Good work. Let's come into Mallasana, which is Yogi Squat. So I step my feet a little wider than my hips. I sit really low. And then I bring my hands to the heart. Telescope the spine. What does that mean? It just means I want you to lift the top of your head higher. As you do so, feel the tailbone being drawn down to the ground by gravity. Take one hand up and the other hand out. So you're in a twist. Switch sides. Come back to the center, pause here. And we're just gonna sit into this and lift up a little higher. And then when you're ready, sit onto your bottom and bring your legs in front. Please take your lower leg to the front of the mat and cross the opposite lower leg on top. So this is double pigeon, or some folks call it double, fire log pose. So it's like your legs are logs of wood. They're stacked on top of one another. Let's inhale to create length and space. Exhale and fold. You can come to your hands, your elbows, or if you're a little more bendy, make a pillow for your forehead. Breathe. And for those of you who are athletes or who might have been a little bit more athletic yesterday with cardio or any kind of movement that was repetitive in nature, cycling, running, etc., you might feel your outer hips and thighs a little bit more here today. I do. I trained legs yesterday, so I feel that outer hip and thigh area releasing. And with each breath, I just imagine it softening even more. One more. And let's come up, and we will change the crossing of the legs. So simply stack the other leg on top. Okay. Press your sit bones into the earth. Sit up nice and tall as you inhale. Exhale, hands, maybe elbows. Maybe you create that pillow. Breathe a little bit deeper if you can, and see if you can imagine that each breath cycle is a second or two longer than the previous one. So maybe count your inhale, notice how many seconds it lasts. Do the same with the exhale. And the next breath cycle, stretch it out. In the same way that you stretch your muscles, stretch the length of your breath. Good. And let's sit up. And now please bring your feet in front of you. Extend through the legs. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale and fold to the extent that it feels good. So you can come onto your hands, your elbows, or maybe even grab the soles of your feet and bring your nose towards your knees. And just breathe into it. Breathe into the length, into the feeling of release. 2 more. So anytime we have a deep forward fold like this, it's really grounding. And this will be our final relaxation pose today. So if it feels intense, back off a little bit. If you want more, fold in deeper. And let's come up and cross the legs. Cross the legs in any way that feels good. And we're going to have just a really brief meditation. Allow your eyes to softly close. And today we were focused primarily on sun salutations and solar energy. So it's the idea of inviting in warmth and radiance. Notice what that looks like for you in your mind's eye. I'll share with you that for me, when I enjoy this kind of practice, I envision my entire body as luminous. So it's like there's light shining out in every direction. Let's stay with this light for just another 10 seconds or so. Letting it grow, letting it expand and radiate like the rays of the sun reaching out. Good. And now reach your arms out and up. Turn your beautiful face up towards the sunshine. Imagine a little bit more sun just sort of raining down on you. And bring some of that sunshine, some of that light to your mind, to your communication, and to your heart. The light in me recognizes and bows to the light in each of you. Namaste.